I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this adorable koala applique pattern. Here's how to make it. Alright, this is the video showing you how to assemble the koala block if you are using a light box. So first I've got my setup, so I've got a layer of three things here. I've got my light box and I've got it turned all the way up. I have the placement guide and I have a clear silicone mat. And I've got all of my pieces cut out and ready to go. That just means if you have a light box, that just means you've cut out all the pieces around the solid lines. You can ignore all of the dotted lines inside the pieces except for any of the stitching lines. And on the koala, that is the smile and it is the optional eyelashes. So I'm not doing the eyelashes on this one, but I am doing the smile because you got to. So that is the only line that I have transferred over to the fabric side. And you can just set it down on the light box and you'll be able to see those lines right through the fabric. So I am going to start, as always, with piece number 1 because the numbers not only identify which piece is which, but they also tell you what order to place them down in. So we're starting with piece number 1. And then number 2 is one of the ears. And all these points are kind of annoying to stitch around, but they sure do make it easy to get the placement exactly where you want it. And they also are adorable because koalas have such adorably furry ears. So they have fur not only on the outside edges of their ears, but also on the inside. So I have a fluffy white inner fur as well. Now, if you ever have trouble seeing the lines through your fabric, just tap down so that it is making contact, all 3 of the layers, and that will make those lines show through really clearly, even if it is a dark fabric. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then number 6 is the head. And then 7 and 8 are the eyes. They are identical, so it doesn't really matter that you put 7 in 7's spot and 8 in its. There we go. And then 9 is the big, oval, very Muppety kind of nose that koalas have. And there we go. All right, so I'm going to carry this over to my ironing board very carefully. I'm going to lift up this silicone mat and then I'm going to fuse it all down right on the mat. That will basically turn it into one giant applique. I will let it cool and then I will carefully peel it up and then stick it down to the fabric block that I'll be using, the quilt block, do the final fuse in place, and then I'll do the outline stitching all around the pieces, and then I'll bring it back and show you the finished block and also show you 2 more versions I did in different colors. Okay, here is the finished koala. I got everything outlined and I also added some catch lights to his eyes. That just helps to really bring the eyes to life. And there's a link in the pattern that shows you, takes you to a post that tells you 3 different ways that you can add those catch lights actually. This is my favorite way. It's just a little dot of a shiny fabric paint and I really, really like the way that looks. So this is just one version that I made. This one uses normal kind of realistic colors for the koala. These are the elephant blenders from the Animal Kingdom collection. And the background block is one of my farmer's market blocks for that has the quilting lines stitched or printed right on it. So you can just follow that along with the stitching. And I'm just realizing as I'm looking at this that I forgot to do one little bit of that. So I'll have to go back and add that in. This is a version that I made for an ABC pattern that I'm putting together where the K block is going to be this koala. But I have a couple of other versions that I made for you in different colors that I wanted to show you. So this is a version that I'm making. It's for a bundle of all Australian animals. And for this one, I'm using, for this entire quilt that I'm working on, all of the colors are coming from the new Sea Breeze color palette that I put together. It's all kind of beachy, faded, sun-worn kind of colors. So this one, the background is from the quilted, the pre-printed background blocks, just like the one here, except this one is from the Sea Breeze palette instead of the Farmer's Market palette. And all of these purples are from the Sea Glass blenders, which is in that collection. So all of the blocks in the Australian animals pattern are going to use the same color palette. And I've got one more version. So this is a version that I am making to use in a sample, a bundle of endangered animals. So all of the animals are going to be in realistic colors. So again, these are the elephant blenders from the Animal Kingdom collection, but all of the background blocks are from the classic rainbow collection. So there's just going to be bright colors, fairly saturated colors for all of the background blocks. So that is how you make the cute koala pattern. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and I will see you next time.